This is Dent Digest, the podcast dedicated to all things painless dent repair. From the latest techniques to cutting-edge tools, we dive into engaging discussions with renowned dent repair experts. Buckle up for industry success stories, tool reviews, and valuable insights from individuals who have mastered the art of eliminating dents without a trace. And now here's your hosts, dent repair gurus Ryan Shutt and Alex Kukulis.
What is going on? Welcome to another episode of the Dent Digest, episode number 201.
Nice.
How about that? So I want to thank everybody for coming on and celebrating with us for that 200th episode. Pretty cool. Fun time. I appreciate the manufacturers that are giving away tools.
Yep.
Huge thanks. And Ted from Black Magic PDR Tips, I'm sure, is appreciative. So we did have a handful of people that bought some tips that were entered into the giveaway. So we're going to do those here shortly. But what's up with you, Alex?
Not much, man. Just same old stuff. Fixing
Yeah.
dents, and it's getting cold, so
I don't even want to hear your shit.
it's getting cold, man.
Getting cold in Arizona, 70
is,
degrees.
dude.
We got to wear a hoodie.
It's like 7 in the morning. It's, I don't know, 60 or 50,
Oh my
55
gosh.
degrees. Like,
You
I
guys,
don't know. I couldn't work in the snow.
bro, it was chilly here today. Tomorrow's
when I
supposed
was-
to be really cold.
The year I was born, it was like, it got to like 120 degrees or something that year. I was born in hot weather.
It was it's gonna be cold. It's gonna be a cold day tomorrow, so I'm not
Yeah,
looking forward to. I mean,
I was working on my Mobile Tech RX app today. I was putting a car in, it locked me out. Have you been having any issues with that app?
we've had some issues lately. I feel like and this is not the most positive thing to say, but I'm gonna be as real, and I always said I was gonna be real on this show. I feel like since they were bought, it's not as good as it used to be. I feel like they're trying to add things that don't matter. Just fix the functionality of it.
Yeah.
Let this thing just work all the time. But it is what it is. Right now, there isn't a better option. So,
Yeah.
it is what it is. So, besides that, we're still busy. It's still going, man. It's crazy. Crazy how busy.
Are you still doing hail?
Yeah, I got some more military cars coming in that are like from different states that are like states that just get slayed with hail. But we still have some stuff from Virginia, some stuff from Pennsylvania. We have that stuff almost all the way through to the new year. So it's not a bad thing, but some of them are bad. I mean, this one I'm working on right now it's smoked, man.
The one you showed me yesterday was
bad.
pretty bad.
It was bad, but it's work, and retail's still strong. Just I feel like the retail we are getting is all bad.
Yeah.
I feel like every day I'm like, Mikey, we need the door off this. Mikey, we need this. Mikey, we need this. So
It's nice
it's
having
bad. It's bad when you're pulling a door off to fix a fender, right? Like,
yeah, that helps though, man. Like,
well, it was a GV70, I think. Whatever the Genesis big body car is, it was hitting the fender close to the door on the body line. And I tried to go through the well, but I was just struggling. I could only get a little tool. I couldn't figure out why.
Yep.
Well, I pulled the insulator back on that. Like when you open the door and you have that little blocker
Foam.
there, pulled that back and it's a washer res. Well, on that car, the new ones, you have to remove the whole rocker molding and remove the fender to take the washer res out.
wow.
So I was like, I'm not doing that. So I tried to push on it, but the reservoir was just giving so much.
Yeah. That's like the BMW ones. Just if you could put like a window guard over it, you'll be good.
It was so tight, and it's like conformed to the body, like where the hinges bolt in. It's conformed. It's a terrible idea, but
yeah,
it is what it is. Yeah, here's James Brown. He's a he's a service manager for them, and this was his fender that I struggled. I sent him a picture. I said, "Man, your bill's getting higher by the minute." And I sent him a picture with the door off. He's like, "You're supposed to fix the fender, not the door."
That's funny.
So, but I want to get on to these giveaways. We got 15 of them to give away. So the first giveaway we're going to give is one of the Nick Prang's tech tip. This will be the first one. My little trusty, my wife was like, "You can't do anything more fancy than this Tupperware bin." I was like, "It's perfect for Dent guys. They don't care." So
sometimes Dent guys are hard to please.
They're all hard to please. What are you talking about? All right, first one. Mike Buys is the first one for the tech tip.
Nice.
I have everybody's address from the Blackmagic PDR order. So we'll make sure that we get all the prizes out to those address. If something's changed, message us. I'm just writing the names down before I forget who gets what. They'll open up the gift. They're like, "Oh, I got this tech tip."
I thought I won a
better bar. Yeah, let's do that one next. Go ahead. And
okay.
What is that? What's the guy? What's his name?
Jared Kirk from Arizona, and it's called a better bar. It's really cool.
All right, we're going in. We're going in. Dents by Hand. He didn't put his name, and I know his name. So Dents by Hand has won the better bar.
Nice. Congrats, Dents by Hand.
Yes, that's hey.
Is that his
I don't have one,
name?
but I hear. Yeah.
Okay.
There's an email in there, but it was just easier to describe. And I've met him a million times, and I don't remember his name, and I'm sorry. And if I butcher anybody's name on this thing, I am sorry, because there's a couple in here that are a bit difficult.
Try and say my last name.
Kakulis. Cuckoo.
That doesn't count. We're friends.
All right. So we're going to go up another tech tip from Nick Prang. Another tech tip. Who's it going to be?
I don't know. Josh.
My name's in here.
It is? That's cheating.
Oh, man. I just tore his name up. But we knew he was going to win something. Josh Dragos. Josh Dragos. Nice. Josh Dragos always wins something.
Yeah, he does.
What's next, Alex?
Let's do the Kratos tools from Dent Reaper.
Is that a full set or just one or what?
It's two tools. So it's an 18-inch one and a 24-inch door tool.
Richard Bruce. He's a long-time follower, too. Richard Bruce.
Congrats, Richard.
We'll make sure we get those out.
You'll like them.
All right. What else do we have here? We got the big Kiko. You want to do that one next? And then we'll come back to the Reaper.
We just gave the Reaper away.
Tabs and glue.
Oh, okay. You want to do the Kiko one? All right. This is a lateral tension tool from Kiko.
David Limestall.
Nice.
David Limestall.
That is a cool tool. I don't even have that tool.
Me neither. And it's $800.
Yeah.
Kiko hooked it up. Thanks,
yeah, they did.
Hacker. I greatly appreciate it. All right, what's next? We got.
Look at Josh. He wants to win again.
Josh wins everything. No, you can't win more than once. What else do we have left here?
Do the Dent Reaper glue and tabs.
Hold on. We're going to do the tech tip next again. We got one more tech tip. Nick Prangs. And if you guys haven't used this, you got to give it a try. It's a pretty cool invention. It's helped with my old ass dropping the microfiber on the ground. So tech tip is up next.
Goes good on a cart.
It goes really good on a cart. Winner is James Bernard, another long time.
Nice.
He's usually a long time sleeper. He's usually in bed watching this show. So,
right.
I get the text from him. I'm in bed watching. Let's see. Tech tip. All righty. So we got Reaper. What is he doing? Let me pull his text up again.
Tabs and glue.
So he's giving away a bag of glue and a package of tabs. I don't know if it's which set of tabs.
I don't know.
You're getting a surprise.
Yep.
All right, let's see.
What's up, Thomas?
Jacob
Taylor. Oh, he won something.
Look at that. Jacob Taylor. So he Reaper glue.
Nice.
All right. And we got one more group. Huh? Yeah, and tabs. We got one more prize to give away. Again, Ted is thanking everyone. He's working on getting his body back to PDR. And, it's just the little things you can try to do in this industry to try to help whenever guys need help. And we do our little bit as we can. So our guest tonight is Nick. We're going to bring him on. We're going to do his giveaway. He was generous enough to give away some stuff. So let's get him on. What's up, Nick?
Hey, what's up, guys?
How are you, man?
Doing good. Not too bad today.
Nice. So what are you giving?
Good.
What are you giving away?
I got your matching set, red shock blocker, red paddle, and then I'll throw on the new pawn tips too.
Nice.
Okay. Man, that thing looks like a big Jolly Rancher.
Yeah, I love the colors.
It does, man. It looks like it's like a little translucent. And
are they all extendable now, or no?
No, we have the extending one and the non-extending. So just depending on what people are gonna like.
Are you giving one away that's just solid?
Extending one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's really cool. All right.
You ready?
Who's gonna win?
I don't know. I don't know who's in there.
We don't have a drum roll, so. All right, we're gonna go in. Robert Kossman.
Congratulations. So those tips, those are pretty new, right? Can you buy those yet, or?
Yeah, they just went live on Anson Tuesday.
Okay.
Or Monday.
And they're pushing tips?
Pushing or blending, yeah. I mean, I guess you don't want to tap down, but
yeah.
That's what
so.
I have to get those.
And if everybody doesn't know, Nick owns Dent Vision Tool Company. What tools do you have out right now? Let's get into that, and then we'll get into your history a little bit and where can people buy them.
The tools we have right now are basically exactly what I'm giving away: the shock blocker, the paddle, the extending paddle, the tips, or the pawn tips, and then we made some O-rings that Anson sells.
Nice.
Okay.
And all your tools are sold by Anson?
Yeah, they're all sold by them. We'll eventually, I think after MTE, we'll open up a website, but we're just going to focus more on like if someone wants their name on the paddle or if someone wants a special color. That way I can do small batches.
That's awesome.
Go ahead and put that paddle up. I'm going to put a full screen so people can see it if they haven't seen them before. So give us the rundown on that.
Full TPU body, 5, 16, 18 threads, so you can, on both sides, throw your tips in, use it as a hammer. My hands will work. Same on the bottom if you want your comfort grip paddle or comfort grip ball. It extends from like 11 to 16 inches. and this one's red. I think this one is, what's the name? Watermelon red or something. They're named after the Nintendo 64 colors. That's where we got the name.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Zapper. The original ones were orange and gray, like the NES Zapper guns.
Okay.
That's awesome. How light is it? Pretty light?
Yeah, they're fairly light. It's funny because people text me and say, "Hey, I love this, but it's just a hair too heavy." And then the next day, someone texts me and, "Man, I love that thing. It's a hair too light."
Yeah.
Well, then it's dead center. It's exactly where I want it.
Everyone's a little different.
Yeah.
So that thing is extendable. The handle is.
Yeah, it extends. Actually, think I ended up switching this one out, so it hasn't gone through processing yet. Well, we can get into it later, but someone broke into my shop this weekend, so I had some stuff stolen. So I just got this one on Monday. It hasn't gone through processing for me to check everything over.
Okay.
Wow.
But it does extend. I'll get it extending before I send it out.
So you also have a shock blocker knockdown, which is awesome to use.
Yeah.
How did you come up with this concept?
Yeah.
So there's actually two of us. There's me and another guy that we started the company together. I always have something on my card or that I'm modifying. It's always mine. He was like, "Yeah, it's cool. I didn't think I'd ever get into it." Broke a knockdown. We had some pieces laying around the shop. He fixed up his knockdown. I was like, "I think we're onto something here." He just had a piece of aluminum onto a broken knockdown and a little cap. So we're sitting in the office one day. He's like, "Man, this is really cool, but how do we build it?" So I started thinking, looking around what we had in the shop, and I was like, "I think I've got some ideas." And I had two techs working for me for like 2 months every week. I'd bring them something new. I was like, "Hey, I updated this thing. I think I've got it." Another week later, I was like, no. Change that. This is how we're going to do it. So they have ones that are made out of PVC and copper and just all kinds of crazy things.
Wow.
Now the what is it made out of? Obviously, it's some aluminum and some plastic.
Yeah,
Carbon fiber, right?
Well, the first ones that we produced were carbon fiber, 2 layers of carbon fiber and an aluminum shaft. Anson eventually took over manufacturing for us. I just can't manufacture things right now, and they have years of great experience in it. So they made the 2.0, which is really what we're giving away, is the Shock Blocker 2, which is plastic outside, just one piece, and then the aluminum shaft.
Okay.
And then springs on the inside.
It's definitely a unique knockdown. Alex was telling me about it, and then Biggs came to my shop from Anson.
Yep.
And I saw it, and I was like, "Let me give this thing a whirl." And it actually sat inside my desk, and I forgot about it for like 3 weeks. And I was like, "Oh, I opened up the desk. I was like, oh shit, I forgot this was in there." So pull it out, started using it. I really like it. It's different than a regular knockdown.
Yep.
And you can almost use it 2 different ways. You can either hit it and let it hit the panel, or leave it on the panel and hit. It's just a different hit every time, whatever you like. But I do like that it takes the shock out of it.
Yeah, it's nice on your fingers.
Yeah.
But dude, I gotta be honest, like I bought that tool, I saw it online, I was like, I gotta get this, and then I didn't use it for like 2 months. I was just like, I don't know about this, because the concept was like not being on the panel, right? And then I started using it by just like a normal knockdown, and it still works the same. It takes the shock out, right?
Yeah.
I can't put it down. I use it every day.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, a lot of people's first experience of what we hear is so cool because they're like, "This thing isn't going to work, but whatever. I'll go in and try it." And then everyone's like, "Oh, this thing does work. I like it a lot."
Yeah.
So that's good. I mean, it's cool to hear a lot.
Yeah, I saw Kevin Andrews talking about it on Facebook. I don't know when he videoed it, but he was saying how, he's a great tech. He's a fantastic tech, and he's also doing a ton of training, and he wanted to try it. And he's like, "Man, I really like this thing,"
Nice.
So, and Kevin's a bit picky on his tools. You know what I mean? He's a very methodical dent guy. So,
nice.
But surprisingly, like I said, I really, really like it. It does a really good job. I've been using it more and more. So good job on that.
Yeah.
How about the tips that you
the
just came out
knockdown
with?
game for sure.
The tips are cool. I mean, I've been making TPU tips and just using them for myself. And I really like chess. One of my buddies came down. We did some hail work. We got into chess, played a lot against each other, and I just couldn't come up with a design that I really liked. And finally, I was like, I'm going to do a ball tip. Made something that kind of looked like a joystick. Kept playing with it. And I was like, you know what? I can make this into a chess pawn. And made it work. I've been pushing with them for a while, and I mean, they help me fly through hail. I'm not a fast hail guy, so they've been helping me out a lot.
That's cool.
That is cool.
That's
cool. Now the material on that's just a TPU.
Yeah, it's TPU. White is like a high-speed TPU, which just means it's a little easier to print. It's a little harder. Black is just a regular. It's just a hair softer.
Okay.
So usually I use the black for blending and the white for pushing.
Okay. That's cool.
That's awesome.
Now, with that stuff, are you doing like the CAD drawings and all that, or is someone else doing the CAD drawings?
No, I do everything from beginning to end, which is it's fun. I mean, it's good to learn. I'm really bad at tech stuff, so it takes me forever to learn it on YouTube, constantly figuring out what I need to do, why this little glitch is happening. But I like it a lot. I like learning that.
That's cool. Let's get into you a little bit, and then we'll come back to the tools. Where are you out of? Where do you live?
We're Central Texas, so I live in Lampasas. It's 2 hours from Dallas, something like that.
Okay.
South of Dallas.
Okay.
Do you have a retail shop out there?
I have one in Glen, so in between, it's like 30 minutes from me. Retail shop. I've been there for 3 years, doing PDR for like 8.
Okay. How'd you get into PDR?
Go for it.
So when from 14 to 19, I was a full-time plumber. My family grew up in construction. I did plumbing. My uncle, when I was like 17, got married and learned how to do PDR with his wife's family. And by the time I turned 18, was kind of getting out of the plumbing side. He was like, hey, why don't you come to Iowa with me and we'll come learn how to do this. So started doing R&I, went and did some enterprise lots. Then he moved back down to Texas, started a company, taught me how to push, and basically just went on from there. He ended up leaving, coming back and forth, and I started my own company and just kept pushing, kept going at it.
Wow.
That's cool. That's cool.
So you're basically self-taught by your uncle, kind of.
Yeah. I was always like, PDR is like one of those things that you're self-taught. They can't really teach you. And then I watched videos of people being taught PDR, and I was like, I wasn't taught PDR very well. 8
You're
years.
right.
I'm like,
I wasn't either, man.
like, how did they get so good so fast?
Yeah.
That's funny. So you have a retail shop. Are you mainly retail and like hail? Or are you doing some wholesale work? What is your day to day?
For like the last 3 years, it's pretty much just been hail. I mean, it's hailed in my hometown and the 2 towns beside me where my shop is every year for the last 3 years. So I've just been nonstop hail, but I can't stand hail. It's so repetitive. I like big dents. I like door dings. And I've got a good name for myself in my area. So if a dealership needs a dent or their dent guy's not around, that's cheap. Like, yeah, Nick's expensive, but let's call him. And so that's always good to hear. They're like, I heard you're the dude that can fix this.
That's cool. So you like the big stuff?
Yeah, I like the big stuff. Not amazing at it. I finish it. I'm like, man, that looks terrible. But everyone's like, I can't even tell. I'm like, nah, those guys way better than me. I'll get there.
At least you're honest. I like that.
Yeah, dude.
I don't think we're ever happy with our big dent. You know what I mean? Like, very rarely. You know, if it's a soft big dent, I'll be happy. You know, but it's
sometimes it's one of those when you finish it and you look at it, you're like, man, it just looks okay. And then you come back the next morning and you're like, wow, it's a lot better than I thought. And I think it's just because you're stuck on that panel for so long.
Yeah.
You get so frustrated with yourself. You're like, oh man, I should have used this or did it this way, or I made a mess, or you know.
I always have a little boost where I'll step off of the dent and ask because my younger brothers work with me, and I'll ask ones that aren't pushing dents, like, hey, how's that look? He's like, dude, way better. I'm like, okay, cool. That's what I needed to hear.
Yeah, it's hard, man. It's hard.
The worst
Are
is
you
when
doing?
you're like, this is looking good, and then you like go get something, you come back and you see it from like 10 feet away. You're like, oh no.
Yeah, that crosswork.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Yeah.
God.
You gotta move
Now,
that light.
are you? What kind of glue are you using there? What is your go-to glue?
For collision stuff right now, I'm using Anson's Tequila, but for my regular dent stuff, it's just the Brazilian. I think it's a plain Jane new
Okay.
formula. Yeah, I love
Okay.
Brazilian glues.
Is that from Metal Medic sells that?
They sell the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is where I used to buy all my glue from, and then just because I go to Anson constantly, I just pick bags up while I'm there.
Anson sells that now too?
Yeah, they sell their plain Jane new formula is the same Brazilian formula or something like that.
Okay.
Does something
Okay.
similar at least.
That's cool.
Have you ever
Now-
tried perfect pull glue?
Do what?
Have you ever tried perfect pull glue?
Yeah, I use Perfect Pull. I mean, it's like a bulk glue, and I loved it for a while. I used it. I can't remember why I stopped. I think it was getting cold and it got stiff, and I didn't really know how to manipulate it. Then I'll switch glues. For the last few years, I've learned a lot more. I'm like, okay, I see what I need to be doing.
Yeah.
It works great in Arizona. I use it year round.
Nice.
I use it on big stuff. Certainly lateral tension.
Yeah.
Stays a little more rubbery. It seems to grab really well.
It lasts forever.
The cactus green has been my go for a long time. It just works. You know what I mean? I have had some Anson black in my gun. I was trying to prepare something for my kid with Anson black, and it's been in there, and that's been pulling hard too. It's just a different time. I
Yeah.
feel like it dries differently than the green. So, but it seems like most of them work. Besides that pink, Manny likes the pink glue, and he can't fix dents anyway. So,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I do like the Dent Reaper glue.
It does
Does
good
pull
too.
hard.
It does
Yeah.
good.
Tab wise, what is your go-to tabs?
Right now, ton of tornado tabs. I'm loving them. I did break one, but still love those right now. That or
Tabs-
the fat hex tabs from
Reaper.
Denver. Yeah.
Tabs
Yeah.
don't break.
I'm going to
Yeah.
tell you,
I don't know.
I really, really, really like the new Willy Quick tabs.
They pull some high.
They pull, but
Poppers.
I do feel like I've broken every single one of them.
Yeah. They break easy.
I seem to stretch the head and then it just breaks, even with a slide hammer. But I'll keep buying them. They pull hard. I like how they pull differently than everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the variety. I like a little bit of everything. We use some Locka tabs. We use some Reaper, some dead centers. Just because you never know what instance you're struggling with a pit of a dent.
Yeah. The yellow Locka tabs, man, they're awesome for body lines.
Yes.
They're money. But dude, every summer after summer, I'll even start breaking Atlas tabs just because of the heat being in my truck all day. Like tabs just don't last in Arizona.
Sounds like you should move to Baltimore.
Hey, dude, I won't last in snow. I'll do one car a week if I had to work in the snow.
If you had a retail shop, you don't have to go out in the snow.
Yeah, I guess. But then I'll be spoiled forever.
That's okay. Nothing wrong with
Gotta
being
be that way.
spoiled.
That's anytime I see someone talk about dealership stuff, I'm like, they're not putting me inside. I'm not going there. I don't work outside.
Yeah.
I've been working under a tree for a week.
Not for me.
I went mobile today for the first time in a long time. I had to work outside, and I was like, man, this is kind of really nice, to be honest with you.
It is nice.
Like being on the road and outside. I mean, it was a bit chilly, but it was everybody's like, you want to pull that in? I'm like, no, I'm good. I'll do it out here. We're good. They're like, God damn, you're out there in shorts. I'm like, yeah, it is all good, man. It's good.
That's
So,
funny.
Besides the tool thing, have you just been messing with tools for a long time, trying to work through your problems with them, or what?
Yeah, I mean, just anytime I see something that I need to adjust, like I said before, like I come from construction, and that's how my grandfather is. If he saw something in construction he needed to fix, he just built his own tool or figured out a way to do something. And so that's just how I took to it in PDR too. If I saw something that I needed, I would just go build it. Just make sure it was easier on me.
That's cool.
If a tool broke, you'd always try and fix it instead of buy another one.
Yeah, anytime. I mean,
Yeah.
that's for like any kind of warranty too. Get a dishwasher. And they're like, do you want the warranty? I'm like, no, if it breaks, I'm just going to fix it. I'm never going to call you guys.
Yeah. That's cool.
That's awesome.
You come an MTE?
Yeah, it'll be my first time to a MTE.
Never been
Yeah,
MTE. Look at that.
It's supposed to be like the biggest one ever. So
That'll be cool.
Are you
might not
having
even
any
see
type
each
of...
other?
Come on now, you're a celebrity. What are you talking about?
I work under a tree, Ryan. Hey,
Jesus.
come on now.
You having a booth, or you just working with Anson on that, or?
Yeah, I'm just gonna set up with Anson. We were originally gonna get a booth, and I ended up talking to him, and they're like, "Yeah, just come set up with us," which will help because I'm gonna take my whole family and everything. So if I can step away for a minute, it'll be nice.
Did you get a room?
Yeah, we got a room.
He was smart to book. You know, when
I thought you were crazy.
When people said, "Hey, the rooms are running out," and you're like, "No way, that's not going to happen."
3 months. I was just at it in Florida. You're like, "Hey, you better book your room." I was like, "You're crazy," but I guess there's like 8,000 people going.
I am crazy. Well, there's another event in the hotel, so you know that's a huge place.
Yeah.
If your kids like alligators are just walking around out there, so
yeah, there's like alligators everywhere in the hotel.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah, they're caged, but or in a tank, basically. But
what's your expectations of MT? What are you looking forward to?
I don't really know. Really, I want to see what everyone's making. That's what I'm interested in now that I'm building stuff and getting to see everything that's coming out. I want to see what everyone else is doing. But I think it'll be exciting to meet everyone too. I mean, I got to meet everyone, a lot of people, Anson meetups and text and Facebook and stuff. But I'm excited to meet everyone because really, before I started making tools and showed everything in May, I didn't go on YouTube. I never watched anything about dents. I was like, what could these guys possibly teach me that I don't know? Yeah, I didn't know a lot. I still don't know a lot. Now I'm like watching every podcast, everything that comes out for whatever little tip. I'm like, I was so dumb to not watch this stuff before.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've all been there. I can't say, you know what I mean? I can't say
I've been
haven't.
there.
I was there. I wasn't on Facebook forever.
Yeah.
You know,
There's a period in my career where someone would show me a Bryce Kelly video, like in 2015. Show me a Bryce Kelly video on YouTube, and I thought it was fake. I was like, that's fake. Like, there's no way. And then I was wrong. But
what do you see? What do you see growing in the industry that we're in right now?
What do I see growing?
Yeah, do you see like more retail shops, just hail, wholesale? Where do you think the industry is going to go?
I mean, hopefully retail. That's what it seems like more people are trying to get into, but they're chasing hail. But as there's more, just more people coming in from hail from everywhere, it's like you just got to settle down and have your own shop. So it seems like more people are kind of starting to do that.
Yeah. What made you go for more of a retail shop? Because you knew you were going to do a bunch of hail, or?
No, so really, I just did lots. That's all I did for like 5 years, 6 years, 1 or 2 days a week, make my, $1,000 that week and then go home. And then me and my wife, we're going to have our first kid. And I was like, all right, I should take this seriously. So one of the body shops I worked with had a spot and I was like, hey, let me rent from you. And it just happened to hail that year. And it's hailed the last 2 years in a row. So they've made a good profit. We did good and just kept working at it.
that's awesome. Have you seen, you've been doing it for 8 years. Have you seen the hail industry change in that 8 years?
Not a ton, again, because I just didn't watch. I mean, after I went to Iowa and learned how to do it, I just didn't look at it a lot. But the last 3 years where I talked to people, everyone's like, it's changing a lot. It's changing a lot. And I mean, it was harder 3 years, even 3 years ago, it was harder for me to find someone to come help me out. And now it was like I was getting text messages constantly from someone on Facebook like, hey, we're over here. We can come help you. I mean, just more people, it seems.
Yeah, there's more techs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Let's
the
see.
hail world's blown up. You know what I mean? There's just
Yeah.
so many guys doing hail now. And I mean, I think we're getting more storms too, and more storms in different areas. You know what I mean? Colorado used to always just get hit. Oklahoma, Midwest would always get hit. Now it's all over.
Yeah. Not in Arizona.
Well, you guys don't know how to fix dents, so it doesn't matter.
Well, maybe if I didn't work under a tree, I could.
You're right. You're right.
2010, it was like there was a catastrophic hailstorm here. It was bad. I remember being at a Mitsubishi lot, and I watched every car on that lot get totaled. I mean, glass was flying, every window was busted. It was baseball size hail. My little brother was in middle school, and one of his friends got knocked out by the hail, like run into a classroom.
Jesus.
That's not funny. I should not be laughing.
You're a terrible person.
I know, man. Dent guys.
What's your future for the tool line? Just keep coming up with some unique ideas, or?
Yeah, I mean, I just left the machine shop at 4:00 today, working on something. I think it'll be pretty fun. I'm hoping people like it. We've been using it at the shop, and my family all like it. So I'm getting 5 testers to send out. Some light stand stuff, some more knockdown stuff. I mean, I got a lot of stuff in the works. So hopefully in the next year, I have a lot more things going on.
That's awesome.
I'm going to put this out here in the world. I don't know who's watching, but man, we really need another mini light compared to that Pro PDR piece of shit light that they have. It drives me crazy. I love the light. The light works. It's something that the industry needs. I know James Lee's working on something.
Wait, the little one?
Yeah, the pocket light.
Oh yeah, I don't have it.
I'm working last night on that busted hail car, and it's busted Subaru. And I'm just working along, and it's just like, bink. Lens just falls off it. I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Well, their big lights catching fire.
Hey, I'm not a fan of Pro PDR. Obviously, everybody knows in this show I'm not a fan of Pro PDR.
I've never owned one, so
they're chubby. I've had for 15 years and still works, dude.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Well, I usually use, for my whole career, I've had a Limit-A, and if they break, James hooks it up, and never had a complaint.
I usually pack extra luggage and take all my broken mini lights to MT, and I go to James and say, fix them, please. And then like a month and a half later, he's got I think his name's Steve that works for him, and he just mails me a box back with a bill on the top. Like last year, I think we took 7 lights there, and it was like $215, and I'm like, pfft. Some of them were brand new. They just swapped them out. You know what I mean? So it's not a bad deal.
When I went into your room, I saw that bag of all. I was like, what is this?
Oh yeah, you did see the bag of busted lights.
You're like, no, I brought them.
I've done it every year. It's great. Why not?
Wow.
You know, they just take them back and fix them and
it's a good idea.
Out. So yeah, but we've got to get a better little small pocket inspection light.
Yeah,
that one is it's a great concept, but has a lot of flaws. You know what I mean? So, and you have to keep it cost effective. You know, we're in this, got a lot of cheap dent guys out there.
There are,
you know, but also something small like that, if you can keep the cost down, would be amazing.
Yeah. What do you think a light like that should cost? $100?
I think you could get in that $150 range and you'd still be okay. You know what I mean? If it was built better than what's out there, you know, like that Pro PDR light, it's only got a magnet on one side, not on the other side. So if you've got something on a body line, it's not staying on the car. A lot of people's didn't charge. And the lens, it just falls out. So, you know, it's definitely a need.
Yeah, the one James is working on it's pretty slick.
Yeah, I think that's a definitely goer. And his hail light looks awesome.
Will it be out for MTE, Nick?
I have no idea. I got to see at one point what they were working on, and it was cool. What it's doing is it's going to be good.
Wow.
It'll fix a lot of the problems the other one. So
nice.
And the hard part too is I think it also has to have a battery in it to keep it small.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like you just charge it with a USB-C.
Yeah, I think it that's a hard part. You know what I mean? You got to give it enough light, enough power, and small. So it's not an easy feat, but it's definitely a need. What else do you guys think is a need in our industry right now?
Well, I mean, our tools basically, I'm trying to save my shoulders. That's like one of the other tools I'm working on, my shoulder. I've got 2 torn rotator cuffs.
Wow.
Killing me. So the thing I'm working on, shoulder hasn't hurt as bad in the last couple of weeks. So
that's awesome.
That's my goal right now, is to make sure everyone can push dents a little longer, even though if I could just make tools, I would definitely just stop pushing dents.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
you're on your way there, Nick.
Trying.
You're on your way there. Change the knockdown game. That's hard to do.
And it's the older you get, the harder it gets, man. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm 26 years in. You know, still at it. So it's
when
definitely.
Did you start? 79?
Yeah, 79.
81?
90s, late 90s. Yeah. 99 or 2000.
That's still a long time.
99, I think. I'm not sure. Maybe then 25, 24 years, whatever. Yeah, long time. You know, and the industry's changed so much. We didn't have cool shit like this. I think the coolest knockdown that I had was a root beer knockdown. That was like the shit. And when you like messed up the end, it was trash.
It would mess up the paint of the car.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't have much cool stuff. You know, we had a Craftsman hammer, root beer knockdown,
body hammer and dollies,
white crap knockdowns. You know, they just came out with glue. And I remember, man, working on cars, and it was Worth tabs, which are trash, Home Depot glue, and we got to use denatured alcohol. And we're using denatured alcohol, and you're just literally just like, it's like old piece of gum. You know what I mean? It's just stringy, and it's smearing all over the panel, and you're wiping it with your towel. It was a disaster, bro. And it was bad for your health. So, but
causes dementia, doesn't it?
I don't know. I'm halfway there. Use so much denatured. I'm going to sue Dent Wizard for that one. So
explains a lot.
Exactly. But you know, a lot of changes in our industry. Glues change it. Technology's changed it. There's a lot of stuff out there that I think is really impacted. I remember when I got my first James Lee light, I turned that thing on. I was like, holy shit, it's like HD television. Because I was using a board with a spray painted line. Are you a line guy or fog guy?
Fog.
Hell yeah, we can be friends. We're good now.
I don't get the lines. My brother, he's been practicing with me for like 6 months, something like that now. He's like, I think we should get a line board. And I'm like, dude, I don't even know. I don't know.
I've never known a Hale guy to be a line board guy.
Yeah.
Lines to me don't do as good on top panels.
Hey, a line guy's never won the Dent Olympics. I'm just gonna say that again.
That's true.
I'm gonna say that. I'm just saying that.
Kevin Bird says that's true. So
I can't fix dents, so I'll never do the Dent Olympics. So, you know.
Yeah.
So you're definitely excited about MTE?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be, I'm planning on having some fun, getting out there, meeting everyone, just seeing what's out there, really. Like, even you're talking about what's changing. 3 years ago was the first time I used a red cherry cap. I was just never taught how to use them.
Holy shit.
I was just like, I saw it, bought it on Dent Craft, and was like, I don't really know what this thing is, and then pushed a quarter-size dent in like 3 seconds, and was like, why didn't he show me how to use this stuff before?
Yeah.
And then even now, like, my uncle's working with me. I'm like, dude, you put one of those on there. I know it's not what you learned with, but trust me, something. Yeah, it was crazy.
Wow. What was the reaction? Did he do it, or is he like, no, I'm good?
No, it's like, yeah, it's cool, and then it'll fall off. He's like, nah, whatever. Just get out there with a sharp tip or a round tipped dent craft tool. All right.
Yeah. So I really like Ted's Black Magic R4 tips because I haven't had them fall off. Like those suckers stay on there.
I've never used it, so I'm excited. I bought some, and I didn't even enter myself in the giveaway. I should have.
Yeah.
Now, Ted stuff is really good. It's super cool. I actually I reached out to Ted because I had made tips exactly what he was doing. I mean, one for one, it looked the exact same R4 tip. And then I saw his and was like, I'll just give up on this project. And I sent him a message on Facebook and was like, hey, I started to make this thing. I see it's your thing. I'm going to leave it alone. And then since then, every once in a while, he'll just send me a message back and forth and we'll chat about stuff we're working on, stuff he wants to work on. So he said once he's feeling better, we're going to try to make something together.
Nice.
That's cool.
That would be pretty cool.
That is awesome.
He's a nice dude.
Yeah, 100%. He was pretty shocked when we reached out and just, you know, it was cool to do something. You know what I mean? And I appreciate you guys. You know, you're part of that, of giving tools away, because all this costs money. None of it's free. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know, that's one good thing about our industry is when guys need to step up, they can step up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, with one tip that I've been using is that it's a green tip from Anson.
The green apple?
Maybe, yeah, it's a green apple. That thing is bad as hell too. That is a badass tip.
Yeah.
It like replaces the red ultra soft tip.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's different. I feel like it's harder compound than that. I feel like it's it hits differently, you know.
Yeah.
I'm over there with 47 knockdowns with 47 different tips and just trying everything, you know, see if this does better or that was better. Now, go to tool manufacturer. What do you have most on your cart?
I probably just still have Dentcraft tools the most. Of course, I started getting more tequila tools and stuff, but sharp tip things. But I mean, I still have every Dentcraft tool I've ever bought. My brother's looking at all these fancy tools. I'm like, just start with Dentcraft. I mean, they're not the fanciest, but they do exactly what you need every single time. I mean, can't go wrong with them.
I wonder if Ultra moved close to you. I forget, they moved to Texas. I forgot where, but if they're close to you, go check their tools out. That's what I started with in 07.
Yeah, I always heard they were really good tools from Aqua. Like, you can get Ultra. They're the number one. And I bought one set from Ultra, and I wasn't a fan, and I just have never bought anything since.
What did you buy?
I can't remember the name. It's a double-ended, like, wire tools where you can move it back and forth.
Oh, the Hail set.
Handle set.
Yeah.
Something like that. And they just never fit.
It's named after a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's expensive set.
Yeah, it was like $800 or something. And it was early on. I was like, man, these are so cool. I need to get them. And I used them like twice. And I was like, I'm just never.
Don Gray. That's
Don
it.
Gray. Yeah.
Dragos is on it tonight. Jesus, how do you know that?
He is. I don't know. He needs his own podcast.
No, because then he can't win any more tools. He won't do that. So I heard you're big into video games.
Yeah, for a while. That's like when I was learning PDR, I would just collect retro video games, buy, sell, anything. It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
That's
cool.
awesome.
That's cool.
Real quick, try the Ultra Shave tool set.
All right.
Try those, and then I don't know. Their double bends are my favorite.
Nice. Yeah, I'll get into them. I need to. I mean, there's a lot of tools from every tool manufacturer that I see people use. I'm like, man, I could really use that. I look at my cart. I'm like, I've got something similar. I'll make it work, but I need to get into more stuff. Help my brain think about other tools.
I'd say the Ultra Shave tool set, or there's so many of them, so pick the ones you want. But Blem's shave tools those two I think are the best on the market for shave tools.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got a handful of Blem tools too. I started with that because it was cheap. And they still stay on my cart. Everyone's like, those are, they bend. I'm like, I like them. I love those things.
Yeah, they're nice.
100%. I'm excited for MT for there is some new tools. I mean, that Carbon Tech hail light stand is sick.
It looks awesome.
I talked to Chad for a little while. He's got some input on that. He was talking about the wheels, you know, how long they
Omni wheel.
researched that wheel.
They're really cool.
You know, I was like,
They're
how's
like
it going to work on a
rollerblades.
Swiss Tracks floor? He's like, I don't know. We never tried it.
Wow.
So I used Omni wheels. My cart's a custom cart, and I bought Omni wheels for it. That's what they're using. They work good. I mean, I rolled them over everything because they've got little grooves in them. They roll over extension cords pretty nice.
Okay.
He's got them set up in a different orientation than I had, but I think it's going to roll over everything super nice. And everyone's going to like them a lot because casters are cool, but you've got to lift it over every single thing. Omni
How
wheels,
long? Do you know how long they last?
I had it on my cart for like 2 years and then switched designs, and I never had an issue with them.
Oh wow.
They're expensive though. I mean,
They're
they're like $80 a wheel.
Yeah.
$8 a wheel.
80.
80?
Yeah, almost
Yeah.
$100 a wheel by themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Wow.
But I mean, I used that 2MB1 cart, and that was expensive, and that thing's great.
Yeah.
You know, I have the plastic cart version and the fold up version.
You can't get that anymore.
No.
Yep.
The only bad part with that is like parts for that. If something goes bad, I'm kind of screwed.
Yeah. If it's
You
your
know.
retail shop car, it'll last a long time though.
Yeah. Unless I kick it across the room or something, which sometimes happens. Sometimes I get pissed and shit happens.
Throw it at
but-
Josh.
Yeah. But no, I'm excited for the tools, and I'm excited. I think this year is going to be humongous. It's always just a good gathering of people. You know, it's a lot. That's what I tell. I have a new guy, Nick. My buddy Nick's going to come, and I'm like, you don't know what you're in for. He's like, what do you mean? I said, for you to go from your room to the convention, it's going to take probably about 2 hours. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, man, you stop and talk to so many people all the way there.
Yeah.
It's just a lot. So,
It's a good place to network for sure.
100%.
So
Are you coming in? You going to education day?
Yeah. I mean, I'm
Thursday.
trying to hit up every single thing. So I think we're getting there Wednesday.
okay.
So yeah, I should be there for everything.
Okay, cool.
I need to buy my ticket.
You're a disaster, bro.
I bought my
I'm
ticket
done.
to go to Mexico.
I'm done talking to you. This is your last show. Just let
I
me know.
am like such a procrastinator, man.
I'm done. I'm done with you.
No, you're not. Can't be done.
Where can so people can find your tools just at Anson?
Yeah, they're all on Anson right now.
Okay. What else do we say here? I appreciate you doing a giveaway.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind giving out anything. Helps people see them, and I don't know if I can help someone out, it's nice.
Nick, if there was being in the industry for 8 years, like if everything you know now, what do you wish you knew as a first year tech or the first 6 months?
Like,
Anything, just first thing that comes to your head, like, oh man, I wish I knew this, like the first 6 months of learning PDR or the first year.
I wish I had just taken it more seriously, honestly, because I was just like,
Yeah.
like I said, 5 years, or just 1 or 2 days at a dealership here and there. I made enough. It was similar to what I was making doing plumbing and everything, but just skill level. If I had really tried for the last 8 years, I know I'd be way better than I am. I try hard. It just takes me forever. But
Yeah.
if someone was just like, man, if someone had come along and just shown me what was possible with PDR, you know, if I had watched some of those Bryce Kelly videos and stuff like that, I would have been like, okay, I'm going to try that next.
Right.
Shit. Hey,
That's what I tell a lot of new guys. Like, if you just grind in the beginning, like 8-10 hours a day for the first year, you'll be where I was in 3 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I did that too. Like, I didn't take it serious. I was 19, you know, but I wanted to make money and go party.
Yeah, you make $500 at a dealership in a couple
Yeah.
hours. And you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, My buddies are making that at McDonald's all week. I'm good.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be like 300. I'd be like, okay, I'm out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that's very true, man. Just grind it out.
I don't want to take any more of your time. I definitely appreciate you coming on. Stay in touch. Hopefully we'll get to see you at MTE.
Yeah,
definitely.
I got to get my hands on one of those paddles. I got to try one of those. I'm a paddle guy, so I've been using Scott Grimes paddle forever. So,
nice.
You can't get those anymore, huh?
No.
Retire it.
I
Get a
wish
shock
you could.
walker or the dent zapper.
Yeah. They're nice. They're quiet. That's my favorite thing is I can be sitting there knocking and talking to the guy next to me instead of my ears ringing all day. So that's
what's the price on those?
Extending is $140 and the non-extending is like $80.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Somewhere around there.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you coming on, Nick, and let's try to get together at MTE.
Sounds good. I'll see y'all there.
See you later,
Thanks for
buddy.
coming
Have a
on,
great
Nick.
night.
Thanks, guys.
That was
He's
good.
a good dude.
Yeah.
I like him.
100%. You know, just genuine, just trying to figure out ways to fix things. And I like guys like that. Just kind of come up with, hey, I think this will work, and put research and development in it. That's the other thing that I think some of the stuff in the industry is missing is. And I don't think it's just this industry. I think there's a lot of things in this world right now that, I mean, look at vehicles. I mean, goddamn, I think every one of my trucks have 3 or more recalls. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I feel like there's a lot of product being put out in all industries, just throwing it on the market or trying to be the first ones, or
at least they're not Dodge.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Dodge has a lot of recalls.
So,
But dude, it's important for techs to come out with tools, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of more techs like coming out with tools now, and it's I think it's super important. Like in my mind, I use that knockdown every day.
So do I.
You know, so
it's a great knockdown. I'm sorry, I'm tired. It's a great knockdown. It works great.
I'm 15 years in, 24 years in, and something new came out. We're using it every day, you know?
Yeah. It's a great knockdown. Well, it's about that time, guys. We are getting ready to call it a night. We obviously are not having a show next week because of Thanksgiving. But we will have a show here shortly. Should be another good one. And everybody that won, I will get all the addresses to the manufacturers to ship those out. The tech tips I will ship myself. So, but I appreciate everybody that went in and bought some packs of the Black Magic PDR tips and contributed to this little celebration that we had.
Yeah, thank you guys. It was awesome.
All right. You guys have a fantastic night.
See ya.
Keep it real, and we will see you on the next one. Have a great Thanksgiving. See you guys.
See ya.
Thanks for listening to Dent Digest. Be sure to subscribe wherever you heard this podcast so you never miss a future episode. For more information or to connect with your hosts, find them on social media at RPS Dent Specialist and at Arizona Paintless Dent Repair. If you found value in today's episode, please share with others. And until next time, this has been the